Hello and welcome. You're watching Startup Wednesday, the show that brings to you the hottest and latest startup stories. Today on the show, we're taking a look at some of the startup trends that we've seen over the last few months. Online shopping is a clear hit, and the recent festive e-commerce war was a clear proof of that. And the crucial part of this sector are the delivery boys. But now, startups and staffing companies are facing a huge crisis in this space, with the shortage of delivery boys rising up to 50%.
We are all familiar with him, the boy on the bike or in the van who hands over your online shopping. An army of soldiers on their feet, these are the delivery boys who are key to e-commerce startups. And with the big billion sales on offer, the demand for them is peaking like never before.
Overall, the demand is estimated this year to around 75,000 plus, could also touch about a lakh just for these few months. Everybody have huge numbers to hire, but I think we've fallen short clearly. In spite of our best effort, I don't see ourselves being able to meet more than 45% of the requirement.
Startups say a school dropout with the basic understanding of English and good driving skills is a fit for the job. 21-year-old Pawan from Burari village of North Delhi is using this job to pay for his education. He's pursuing a Bachelor's of Arts degree from the School of Open Learning.
ये जॉब मेरे लिए बहुत मायने रखती है क्योंकि मैं इनमें से जो अमाउंट होता है अपने घर पे देता हूँ और अपने जो पढ़ाई पे भी मैं इसको खर्च करता हूँ, इसलिए जो जॉब है मेरे लिए बहुत मायने रखती है.
A delivery boy can earn between 12 to 15,000 rupees a month, and this can even hit 20,000 during the festive season. They deliver anywhere between 50 to 90 orders a day. According to research platform vccircle.com, last year e-commerce logistics startups which work with e-commerce players to meet their manpower requirements among other things raised $10 crore. This year the number has tripled to $30 crore, a sign of their growing significance. Clearly no dearth of funds for these startups, but with salaries and incentives on the rise and poaching from competition, retaining staff is a challenge. Gurgaon-based logistics startup Delivery currently employs over 14,000 delivery boys and felt the heat too.
The volumes that we see in our network, and which is true for every e-commerce company, the volumes, number of orders they see is usually anywhere between 1.25 to 1.5 times of their normal orders that they were seeing before the period starts. So in terms of the implication for us, we obviously need to build that capacity to be able to service those many higher number of orders.
They say they delivered 1.5 to 2 lakh orders a day last year, but this year the numbers rose to a staggering 4 lakh orders a day. As the big daddies of e-commerce fight to get your order to you first, the demand for these delivery boys isn't going down in a hurry, because without them, all the mega sales will simply fail. With camera person K. Ravi and Simarpreet Sembi, Natasha Jog, NDTV.
Well, clearly the demand for delivery boys isn't going down in a hurry. Moving on, in the age of startups, there's one for every kind. And for the lazy ones, there are startups today that deliver groceries till your doorstep just with the click of a button. And most of them are now working with your local kirana stores, helping them expand and reach out to a wider audience. Here's the story.
In our fast-paced and demanding lives, errands can often be a hassle. Long hours at work and traffic nightmares in our cities have people turning to startups for the run to the local grocery store. You can now have groceries delivered to your door at the click of a button, and proof of this rising popularity is the $6 crore raised by online grocery stores since their inception. Grofers, an online grocery startup co-founded by ex-Zomato employees Albinder Dhinsa and Saurabh Kumar in January 2014, has raised about 300 crore rupees in funding till date and manages over 30,000 deliveries every single day.
We were making it easier for you to connect to the local store with a wider variety of local stores, and that turned into extra revenue for these guys. We actually encourage them to create stores that are dedicated only to selling online, because it helps improve the throughput.
The nature of everyday kirana stores is changing because of their involvement with e-retail companies. And we are at one such place that says things are now looking up.
ग्रोफर से जुड़ने के बाद तो काफ़ी इम्प्रूव होएगा.
कितना इम्प्रूव हुआ है?
सेल में 30% बढ़ाएगा.
There are over 12 million kirana stores in the country, and according to reports, less than 2% of them are involved with e-retailing. Some kirana shops working in collaboration with e-retail stores show a rise in their turnovers, yet many have a different story to tell.
The intermingling of the new and the old is on the rise. Some kirana stores do not have the means to work with e-retailers because of lack of storage space and variety of items in demand. Many of those who do are satisfied in functioning independently.
Askme.com वाला, बिग बास्केट वाला, ग्रोफर्स वाला सब आए मेरे पास, ऐसी बात नहीं है. लेकिन पॉसिबल नहीं ना, अगर मेरा 9 से 11% का मार्जिन है, मैं उनको 4 या 5% दे देता हूँ. मैंने वैट देना है, मैंने टैक्स देना है, मैंने इनकम टैक्स देना है, मैंने एडवांस टैक्स देना है, मैं लड़कों की सैलरी देनी है.
Whether they choose to work together or not, online grocery stores are here to stay. Retail consultancy firm Technopack estimates the online grocery business to grow at a rate of 25 to 30% every year in major cities across India, and this is the very market entrepreneurs are hoping to tap. With Fahad Tala, Simarpreet Sembhi and Rashmi Maan, Anusya Mathur for NDTV.
Well, with over 12 million kirana stores in the country, there's certainly a huge market for these startups. Moving on is the trend that's recently come under the spotlight. Many Indians from Silicon Valley are returning to India, looking at the buzzing startup space. India, they say, is now smelling like Silicon Valley.
An IIT Kanpur graduate, Tanmay was working with Hindustan Unilever as a production manager in one of its soap factories for over 3 years. He moved to the US in 2006, saying he knew he was cut out for better things. With an MBA from Stanford under his belt, he went on to work for Playdom Inc., a gaming startup there. But after having spent almost 9 years working in the Valley, the buzzing startup space back home caught his eye. He decided to look for a job in India to be closer to his family and hoping to cash in on the opportunities on offer here. That's why Tanmay got in touch with Dipinder Goyal, the man behind Zomato. He says India is now smelling like Silicon Valley.
People used to usually find things here as very bucketed, and you're just sort of siloed into things, and that for very smart people that was not very attractive. So I think with the coming of startups, I think that is getting disrupted.
Tanmay now heads the online ordering team at Zomato, hoping to put his Valley experience to best use. And he isn't alone. Many say India is the new land of opportunities, and the country's top talent is now open to returning home for better options here. So is a reverse brain drain on the cards? A recruit at a senior level can earn anywhere between $4 to $6 million. Several VP positions and top technical positions such as chief technology officers among them.
All of these folks come back with that cross-cultural knowledge, and at the same time, technically also they're able to take us to the next level. So it's partly the people skills that they come with, partly the technical skills, and they have the right attitude towards growth, which is really what we are looking at.
And expats are making a beeline for India. Across sectors, their numbers are on the rise. As per HR services firm Randstad India, the number of expats being hired in niche positions is going up each year, with the figure for 2015 so far showing 30 to 35,000 of them working here. This number is set to increase by around 10 to 15% each year. But not everyone agrees. A bitter and very public spat between e-commerce giants Flipkart and Snapdeal on hiring from abroad raised many eyebrows. Flipkart founder Sachin Bansal took on Snapdeal's Rohit Bansal after he suggested that India does not have enough software engineering talent. But the hot debate over whether the best Indian talent is in Silicon Valley or right here in our cities isn't ending in a hurry.
How can you say Indian talent is not good enough? The top technology companies on this planet are now being run by Indians who were born and did their initial education out of India.
Startups like Snapdeal, InMobi and Zomato say that they've hired close to 20 people from Silicon Valley in the last 5 years. And while this figure might be small, startup biggies are now recruiting for top talent from Silicon Valley. And while many are criticizing this decision, it will be interesting to see whether this reverse brain drain will sustain itself in the years to come. With camera person Rakesh Singh, this is Simarpreet Kaur for NDTV.